Hello everybody, I'm B from Our Dream Our Purpose. Back doing a little melting today. Today I actually got some windows. They're out of my sister remodeling her house. They're out of a sunroom she had. I'll show you them right here. I'm going to actually take the glass out of them. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. And then we'll actually break them down so I can actually put them in the crucible, and we'll melt them. We'll see how much we can get out of them. It's a beautiful day outside, so we're doing a lot of this outside. It is a little warm, so we'll see if we do the melt today or tomorrow, but we'll definitely get it torn down today, and you'll see it all on the same video. So for you, it'll be the same day. All right, let's get to it. So what these are louvered windows, again, for a sunroom. And they have these little pieces, they have these little aluminum pieces attached to windows, and they're riveted in. So I'll actually go drill all these rivets out so we can actually get these out. Let me show you what it looks like. The glass just slides out of the aluminum. Put that over here. Seems like if I can get one side out, the other side comes out pretty good. Be careful when doing this. It is dealing with glass. Anything like this. So what holds these glass in, there's a little lip on the aluminum. So if I get the one end up, I might even be able to use a pair of pliers. Let's try that. All right, we got all the glass out. The pieces that are mostly drilled out. There's a handle over here. That's part of it. There's a few little metal screws in here. So I'm gonna put this to the side. Once we get all the glass out, then we'll come back and tear these down.
So what's funny is I was just going to show the first window tearing down. I'm actually showing you all of them purely because I actually found different ways of doing it as I went along. The last one went a lot easier, but we'll keep showing you just in fast motion.
Believe it or not, it's actually starting to sprinkle a little bit. So I might have to move this inside. Covered on this one, so let's finish this one up.
So I drilled out the rivets on both sides. On the first one here, I just drilled out the rivets on the one side, taking the glass out that way.
As quick as that came in, it quickly left. But so we'll keep doing this until we run out of, until it starts raining again, and then move inside. But and all I'm doing here is I drilled out this side to give some play over here. I'm bending these up just enough to slide the window out on the one side. And once you get it out on the one side, it's coming out on the other. So it's kind of pinched in there, so you just have to get one side out. This is working. So the other side is open. All part of it was. It's got some there that's not. There you go. No drilling at all. I got some of these want to come out. We'll take that. All right, because it's off and on sprinkling, I'm actually going to load those up on this table, bring it inside, and then we'll tear them apart inside and go from there. All right? All right, we got everything pulled inside. See the window frames here. Got some trim here that you hadn't seen, it was in the trailer. And we got the screens right there. So we'll clean these up. I've got some tools, some clamps to hold things down. I got a saw because I'm going to cut some of these. I also got an anvil. I actually made this anvil. It's on a different video if you want to go check it out. Our Dream, Our Purpose. Hammer. I got a chisel and a screwdriver. Some of these frames are screwed together, so we'll see if I can get the screws out. If not, we'll cut them up. And then some of these have glue and paint on them. So I just got a chisel so I can try to clean them up before they go in the furnace. Nothing major.
Smashing with the hammer in one spot and bending and breaking is one option. I'm going to show you many, but that's one option I started off with. So here I'm using a Sawzall just to cut the pieces in half, or cut them mostly in half and then bend them the rest of the way. Towards the end I actually tried a bandsaw, portable bandsaw as well. You'll see that as well.
All right, you seen us cut up the frames. I got most of them all cut up, some I didn't, and I'll show you why whenever we start melting them. I'm gonna try leaving them long, let them go out the top of the forge and see if it can melt down. So we'll go from there. Didn't cut all of them up. I had to pull it inside because of the rain. And we will be doing this pour tomorrow, to melt tomorrow. But I just want to finish this up. For you guys, it'll be the same video. But what I'm doing is just taking this screens apart, just a couple screens, and then any screens you have, you're going to have a corner where the bead material is in, goes together. So this is an old frame, old screen, but you get that started. This is what holds the screen in. At a window door facility, they'll actually cut the screen, put it in, pull it tight, run this bead all the way down and around, and then they trim it up. Now these will come apart. So instead of cutting them or anything, we should be able to do, there we go. Screen down. Actually, I have 3 of these.
Tearing these down is not that difficult, but I worked at a window factory for a little bit, and it's impressive to see the people assemble these screens very fast. I can do one in 30 seconds.
All right, let me get the rest of the windows up here, show you how much we have, and then we're ready to melt it down, see how it turns out. It's been a few days. But you got to see me tear down this window, several large windows, louvered glass, it's aluminum frame. We've got quite a bit of aluminum. There we go, quite a bit. So we'll melt it down and see what we can make out of it, see how much we can get. All right, and I'm going to open the door. We're going to melt some right here at the doorway, so it gives us a breeze. It's a nice day out, so we'll try to get it done. All right, let's get to it.
So here what you're seeing is I'm just trying to prep my area. I tried different things. I put my stones on the ground, and I'll put my molds there. I put different tools on the ground, different tools on the desk, just trying to see what works best for me. And then what you're seeing here is I'm actually feeding some of this aluminum through the top. It actually most of it is a good size, so it fits in there, so I don't have to open up the forge, and it stays warm inside there. Anytime you open it up, you're losing some of the heat out of it. So trying it seems to be working. I'll continue trying it throughout this process. So the crucible I'm using is actually a larger crucible, so I'm just feeding this over and over. Let's fast forward through a lot of it just so you can see that I just continue to feed it, get as much aluminum as I can make, and the ingots that I'm pouring are fairly large as well, warming them up now, so we'll get ready to pour them. So one thing you'll get to see really good on this crucible here is when it came out, it was glowing red. Aluminum needs to melt at around a little over 1200 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's hot coming out of there, obviously. But you can see how it cools off very quickly. So you have to work pretty quick, but not too quick. You got to remain safe as you're doing it. So I'm just mixing it up. I'm cleaning off the top, so I can get as clean of aluminum as I can, and then we'll go and pour it. So as I mentioned earlier, trying to leave some of the pieces long, trying to feed it through the top. This was very thin, and I found real quickly that it would melt to a certain point and fall over because it was so long. I had to sit and hold it. Had to do that for several pieces, but we'll keep showing you some more of it. Here, just feeding more through the top, and some of the aluminum structure was real tight and fitting in, so I had to help maneuver it down through. So you can kind of tell the process is the same from this point on. I pull the aluminum out of the molds, cool them off, gives me the empty molds. I will then pour out of the crucible into the molds, put more aluminum in the crucible, melt, and start the process all over again. So won't bore you. We had several different pours that we made. I might show you a few different points, but then we'll get to the end and talk a little bit about it. Yeah, you thought I would learn from last time. This is a thicker stick, so I thought we're comfortable, no big deal. Nope, still broke off at the same point after it gets so hot. It's really soft. So then had to slowly feed it through, just pushing it down little by little until it gets melted. But I keep trying. I did this pour in the evening, wanted to show the contrast between the daylight of an earlier pour when I started and my final pour. Just kept it running straight through. It took me several hours, but quite a bit of aluminum melted, so I was proud of that.
Hello everybody. Showed you as much of the melting as I could and the tearing down of the windows. I'll be honest, there's a lot more here melted. These are pretty large molds that I use. I did them all that size except for the very last one. It's a smaller one. I knew I wasn't going to have that much left, but broke it down. Put a guess in the comments on what you think this total weighed out to. I'll talk a little bit and then I will actually give that number. One thing you saw is my melted. It took a little longer. The pieces of aluminum of the window were a little larger. They weren't fitting through the hole of the crucible, so I was having to leave the crucible top open. And it doesn't hold as much heat in, so it takes a little longer for it to melt. Those that fit through the center, I was trying that. Some I'd let go and it would actually melt and fall over. Don't know if you're going to get to see that or not. But just the pieces were just a hair too big for what I was wanting to do. But got it all done. Like I said, you got the opportunity to see it was daylight when I started. It was nice out, but it took a little while to do it, so it got dark out, is why I had the door closed now. So just finishing up, from a weight standpoint, all of these bars comes up to 36 pounds, 9 ounces. That's a lot of aluminum. So nice teardown. Got the opportunity to show you. If you see anything I could have done different, please let me know. There's always opportunities to improve. And this is just show anybody can do, so go out there and do what you want to do. If you have an interest in something, you've seen something on TV, give it a shot, try it. That's what we do here. Our dream, our purpose. Like, subscribe, hit those notifications, leave comments. Anytime I put video out, leave a comment. Let me know what I'm doing right, wrong, or indifferent. So thank you very much for staying with me through this whole process. Thank you for watching it, and we'll do it again. See you next time. Thank you.